Hello and welcome to the Nexus for our complete look at the Voyager collection from Eaglemoss. So, the Eaglemoss Starship collection, blah, blah, blah. It's a bit of a mouthful. So these are all the Voyager ships that they produced in the standard size. So they have produced an XL version of Voyager, but we're just looking at all the standard versions that obviously Eaglemoss produced, and this is the lot of them, and there's a lot here. So these are the Voyager ones all along here. I've also included the Astro Shuttle here and the Delta Flyer, because I think they're quite integral parts of Voyager itself, so that's why I've included them. We're going to go through each one, have a little look. There are some web exclusive ones here as well. We'll have a little look at each one. But this is how it looks. Apart from the Miranda class starship, I believe Eaglemoss produced a lot of Voyager ships, as you can see here, Intrepid class ones, as you can see. I haven't included the Jaeger. So if you know what the Jaeger is, it's sort of a mismatch between a Marquis ship and the Voyager hull section. The reason I haven't included that because it's a ship on its own. It also never appeared on Voyager. It was only on Deep Space Nine. I haven't also included the Marquis ship as well, because once again, that also appeared in Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, and I think it's more intact with DS9 than it is with Voyager. But in terms of Voyager ships, here they all are. So just going to go through them quickly. So obviously we've got the Delta Flyer here, the Astro Shuttle here. We'll talk more about that in just a second. We've got the Concept Voyager ship here, the Assimilated Voyager, obviously Voyager herself, Weaponized Voyager, and Armoured Voyager here on the left. And I'm really happy that I've got the whole Voyager family, because this is it. They, like I said, they did do an XL version, which is a slightly bigger version of Voyager, but these are all the standard size models. You'll also notice as well is that a lot of them, they're all on different sort of levels. Now I've got them all here. They're all, so this one's the tallest one. Then it goes to here. Then it's the armoured. Then it's the simulated version here. And these two seem to be on the same sort of level. I'm just going to bring the camera down to show you what I mean. So as you can see here, they're all sort of in a different sizing, which is really good, I suppose, in a way. But yeah, they're all in like a different, on a different level on their stands. So let's take an individual look at each one. Okay, so if you're looking to pick up these ones and you don't want to pick them all up, why wouldn't you want to pick them all up? But anyway, if you want to be a bit picky, so this is the first one that we got in the collection. This is obviously Voyager herself. Issue number 6 this came in, and it's really nice, but you can tell as we go through the techniques for creating these ships became a lot better. So she's die cast on the top here, and underneath she is plastic. You can get a lot more of the lines here, and on top they're kind of faded slightly due to the moulding process, but that obviously becomes a lot better later on. But the detail is there. We've got the second deflect dish there. We've got the nice name there. Around the outside is really nice. Underneath we've got a really nice deflector dish there. Warp nacelles are really nice, considering now this is nearly 7 years old. This model itself, it's amazing when you think about it that I'm just moving the camera over slightly, that model there is 7 years old. The next one we got was issue 38, and it was the Delta Flyer, and I really like this ship, just because of the size of it. I mean, it's a fairly big size, which is really nice to see. It's very detailed as well, which is nice. Love the that sort of lettering there for Delta Flyer. Underneath, we've got the feet here that come out of here. and the opening hatch, I do believe, which is just at the back here. We've got the warp engines there with the Bussard collectors, which is really, really nice. That was issue 38, and like I said, it's a really nice ship. Just pretty about the stand, because it does sit in the stand, but it's not as stable as I would like. And then 10 issues later, in issue 48, we get the armoured version. Now this was from the very last episode of Voyager, from Endgame. As we all know, it got some sort of armour upgrade from the future, which covered the whole hull of Voyager. So effectively, underneath this is this. What's really nice is we've got like a red. It's not really picking it up there, but it's like a red deflector dish cover, which is really nice. We see the warp nacelles there. Obviously, this is completely covered in armour, so we don't get any registries on it. But it's a really nice. It's a really nice look. It's just a fatter version of this, which is what you would expect because it's got armour all over it. And you can see there. They come up. So we'll just put Voyager back on her stand, and we'll now put the armoured version, which is nice as well. It's got the it's got the impulse engines there as well, which is really nice. So that was the armoured version, issue 48. Then in issue 78, now this is the one I wanted to talk to you about. This is issue 78, and it is the Astro Shuttle. So Eaglemoss said that they would only produce canon ships in the Star Trek Starship collection. That's what they said they would do, and they would do concept ships and stuff like that in as web shop exclusives. Now the problem I have here is, which I think a lot of people had, which is there's a massive debate whether this is canon or not. Now underneath here is obviously the part of Voyager, so I'm going to grab Voyager again. So you see the base of it just here. There it is. There it is there. And you can really see it. So we never saw the top section. We never saw this section. It was built and created. It was supposed to have the same interior as a runabout from Deep Space Nine. This was to cut production costs and building sets and stuff like that. In the end, they went with the Delta Flyer, which I'm really happy that they did. But yeah, so you could say it is canon because that's how it appeared on every show. But we never saw the top half, so could you class this ship as canon or not? And it's a debate that will probably run on for a while. But it's a really nice addition. You can definitely see that it's got a sort of a runabout look to it, especially on the front here. It's got little nacelles as well. So effectively this is sort of like the captain's yacht, but it was a secondary craft that we never actually got to see in Voyager, but we saw the underneath of it in every episode. But is it canon? Well, that is up for debate. But that's a really nice addition there to the collection, and that was issue 78. The last one we got in the collection for the Voyagers in the main collection was the Warship Voyager, which is this one just here. That came in issue 132. And it's just really, really nice. And it shows you, it's much like the assimilated version, or we'll show that in just a minute. But obviously when they built this in the computer and they CGI'd it, they only built it so you could see it from the top. So underneath is bare. And it's the same for the assimilated one. I suppose they never thought that this would ever get a model, and Eaglemoss would never produce it, so they just obviously they left the bottom blank because we only ever saw the top half. But it's really nice. We've got all these phasers and torpedo launchers and all this over it. It's come from it's a really interesting one because it appeared as a graphic on a screen,
but we only ever saw it in space in a split second, and it just shows you what Eaglemoss does when they do these ships. They just these background ships that you see, or the ships that appear for seconds on screen, they've produced in such fine detail. No other company in the world has ever attempted or done this. It's been so popular. But that is the Warship Voyager, and it's really, really nice. So it's the base of Voyager, basically, just sort of weaponized. So in the episode as well, it's sort of like the mirror universe. It's being told through someone else's eyes, and they're getting sort of details muddled up. But some people in the fandom have said that it's the Voyager's mirror universe episode. But anyway, that's from issue 32. That was the last Voyager ship we received in the main collection. But we also received 2 specials, which are these 2 here. So we're going to get Special 11. So this is Webshop exclusive 11. And this is the Concept Voyager. So this is Voyager is Concept. So when they were coming up originally for the show, this was the design. It even got a little model made so people could see what it looked like. Obviously, ultimately, it got rejected, and we got our Voyager that we love and know. But once again, Eaglemoss has battered it out the park. I mean, who would think, any company would think, to produce the concept version of Voyager? There is a lot of elements in the concept that progressed to the main one, which is obviously the arrow-shaped saucer section here. Well, the top section. All this part seems to do. The bridge section as well, because I believe when they come up with the concept, they obviously already created the sort of bridge module. So the bridge is very similar. Even the deflector dish is the same. And the engineering hull is near enough the same as well. It's only really the engines, and this got sort of fanned out a bit. But it's really nice to have a concept as well, which is really, really nice. I mean, I love the concept. I love it all. Very nicely on there. And then the last special. Now, they are still producing these specials, so we could still get some more, but I know that some people wanted the Year of Hell Voyager. Eaglemoss said they couldn't do that, or they wouldn't be able to do it correctly. Some people have also said they would like Voyager in flight, so Voyager with its warp nacelles up. Once again, I don't know how popular it is, but once again, Eaglemoss, you know what these guys are like. They will produce it if they will sell it. I mean, they've already done the Klingon Bird of Prey in the 4 positions: the land, flight and attack mode, so you never know. But this was the last one we got. This was special number 15, web exclusive, and it is the simulated version. Now, I've done a review on most of these ships, and I've done a review recently on this one. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's a bit more in depth, and it has a look at the magazine. Once again, like I said, producers, we only ever saw this ship from above, so underneath is blank. And we've got some really nice Borg sections along the top here. And we get all this Borg tech along here. So I know some people were a fan of this one, some people weren't. It's grown on me. But like I said, it was not really seen from below. So it's blank. But it's really, really nice. Very, very detailed. You can also tell with the panel lines. Now I'm going to try and show you how the indent on the panel lines compared to original. Right there. Now this is die casting on the top of this. It's the same as this one. But you can see the technique has improved massively. I've also noticed, looking at them like this, that the registry is much more bolder on this than here. And it's just really, really, it's a really nice ship. So, what do you think? What one was your favourite? My favourite is obviously a Delta Flyer. Out of the actual Voyager ships, my heart is with Voyager. Number 6 It's the oldest one out of the collection, but it sits really nice. Tell me what you think, what you like. I absolutely love it. This is the whole set of the Voyager one. Which ones are you going to pick up? Hopefully you pick them all up. I don't know why you wouldn't, but go and pick them all up. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember to click to subscribe. I'm going to do a lot more of these videos. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next video.